What if the reason that every manifestation technique that you've tried hasn't fully worked isn't because you're doing something wrong? What if it's because you never adjusted this one specific part of your brain? And I have to say, once I learned how to do this, it changed my life in so many different ways, not just with manifestation. So in this video, I want to share the biggest key shift that changed everything for me when it comes to manifestation. And once you do this, everything can shift in an instant, and I'll show you how. This is insanely powerful, and I can guarantee by the end of this video, you will have experienced some major and massive transformations. So let's get into it. And before we get into this video, if you're new here, let me quickly introduce myself. I'm Mary Kate, and I'm a mindset coach and manifesting expert focused on getting you transformational results. Here on my channel, I pride myself in making manifestation make sense without all of the unnecessary confusion. And I post brand new videos every single Wednesday, so be sure to subscribe and also hit that bell notification so you can be notified whenever I post a new video. My whole channel is all about manifesting the law of attraction with meditations and more, and I would love to have you. And also go ahead and hit that little thumbs up button below if you are ready for my biggest manifestation shortcut. Now, here is what I finally figured out after decades of doing this work. Perceptions rule everything. The immediate reactions to the world around you actually dictate your entire life and your entire reality. So the moment that you have a thought like, I can't have that, that's not possible for me, that thought is actually not a fact. It's a story and a perception. And the most important and powerful thing that you can do in that moment is to stop and look at it and ask yourself, is this actually true? Because it's most likely not actually a true fact. It's something you chose to believe based on past circumstances. But do you see that this is where everything changes? Nothing is actually true unless you believe it's true. So let me walk you through exactly kind of how I do this and how I use it to form completely new beliefs that actually stick and in turn create different circumstances. So let me start with something that I think is going to feel really familiar because this is really, really common with everyone. You see something someone else has, maybe a certain lifestyle or a relationship or a certain income level or an opportunity, and automatically a thought pops up about it. That's not for me. I could never do that. I can't afford that. I'm not that lucky. I don't have what it takes for that. Does that sound familiar? I call these echo backs, that default immediately thought that pops up that says, yeah, but. But here's the most important part. Most people let that thought just sit there. They hear it, they feel it, they accept it as a truth, and they move on. And that right there is the problem. Because what just happened without you even realizing it in that moment is that your brain filed that thought away as a fact. It's just not like that for me. And then you operated from that. It's something that you think is true about yourself and your life. And every single time you let a limiting thought pass through unchallenged, you reinforce it. You start to actually train your brain to believe it more. You state it as a fact, you file it away, and over time, those become beliefs. And then those beliefs form and become your identity. And this is important because your identity determines everything. What you go after, what you allow in, what you attract. This is why people notice the same patterns keep repeating in their lives. This is why people feel stuck in the same place year after year. It's not bad luck. It's just an unchallenged belief running on autopilot. And the way out is actually simpler than most people think. The way out is to simply decide whether these thoughts are actually true. So here is what I actually started doing. And this one shift changed everything for me. The moment I start noticing those echo backs, those yeah, but limiting beliefs show up, I take a pause. I don't try and push it down. I don't try and ignore it or immediately disprove it. Instead, I look at it and I ask myself one question. Is this actually true? Not does this feel true, and not has this felt true in the past because it used to be true, it has felt true, it felt true in the past. But instead, is this actually objectively, undeniably true? And almost every single time, the honest answer is no. Thoughts like, I could never afford that. is it actually true? Or is that just where things are right now based on past circumstances? That type of thing doesn't happen to someone like me. Is that actually true? Or is that just a story I picked up based on things that happened in the past? I would never be able to accomplish that. Is that actually true? Or is that just an old belief that was handed down to me or an experience that I chose to accept? Because here's what's real. A belief is not a fact. A belief is simply a thought that you've entertained so many times that it started to feel like a fact. And the great part is that if it was learned, it can be unlearned. If it was formed, it can be changed. That's how the brain actually works. Neuroscience research shows that the brain maintains neuroplasticity throughout your entire life, which means that your neural pathways that you formed, they're not stuck or frozen. They can be rewired through repeated thoughts and patterns and new experiences. And every time you think a new thought, you strengthen that neural pathway associated with it. And every time you deliberately choose a different thought and repeat it, you begin to build a new pathway. And over time, this pathway gets stronger and stronger, and the old one gets weaker, which is what we want. So when you catch a limiting thought and you consciously decide it isn't true, you are interrupting a neural pattern. And when you replace it with something new and you repeat that consistently, you are building a new one and a new one. That right there is reprogramming. And this is what I mean when I say that this can shift in an instant. Because the moment you decide a thought is no longer true, something really big starts to shift. The results start to catch up, but the decision happens in a moment. So let me quickly walk you through exactly how this works in practice, because I want this to be something you could take action on and not just kind of an idea you're listening to. So step one is simply awareness. It's paying attention. You have to start noticing your default automatic thoughts and responses to things happening around you. Most of us walk around on complete autopilot, just having the same thoughts over and over again, having the same reactions and perceptions without noticing them or registering them. So your first job is to start being hyper aware. Every time you have kind of one of those echo backs, even in your head, something saying, I can't, that's not possible, I can't afford, that's not for me, I want you to flag it. Notice it. You don't have to do anything. Just pause and see it for what it is. It's a thought. Let it be neutral, not a fact, just a thought. And step two is to question it. Ask yourself, is this actually true? Or is this based on stories I told myself, past circumstances, things that have happened to me in the past? And this is the part you have to be honest with yourself. Nobody can do this work but you. Your brain is literally trained to find you evidence of whatever you already believe. If you believe money is hard to come by, your brain will show you all the times it was hard. If you believe you struggle with relationships, your brain will pull up every example of things in the past that confirms it. This is exactly how your reticular activating system works. It is a real structure in your brain that acts as a filter, scanning your environment for evidence of whatever you're believing. So you have to be aware. You have to consciously override it by questioning the belief and asking, is it actually true, or is this just something I have absorbed and believed to be true? And step three is where the real magic happens. This is where you make a decision. You look at this limiting thought and you decide, I choose not to believe that. I choose not to believe that anymore. And this isn't because everything in your life is suddenly amazing or something big has changed. And it's not because you have any proof that the opposite is true yet. But it's because you understand that your beliefs create your reality. And you're no longer willing to hand over that power to some old, outdated story that's keeping you stuck in a pattern. This is what I mean by changing your mind. Genuinely deciding that a thought is no longer true for you. And step four is to replace it. This is where affirmations come in, and I kind of want to explain how to actually use them. Because I used to be one of those people that said, affirmations don't work for me. And the truth is I was just using them wrong. So affirmations are not about the words themselves. It's not about repeating something you don't believe and hoping that it makes this kind of magic thing come true. That's not what an affirmation is. And honestly, that approach usually just makes your brain kind of argue back at you. What affirmations are actually for is repetition connected to feeling. Repetition is how a brain forms a new belief, but the feeling kind of solidifies it. I mean, you didn't form your limiting beliefs because someone sat you down once and told you to repeat it over and over again. It was that repeated thought combined with a feeling that was absorbed. So if you want to form a new belief, use repetition combined with feeling. So to do this, you want to pick an affirmation that kind of accurately represents the belief that you want to program. You want to say something that you can fully get behind that recreates that feeling of what the affirmation is saying. Does that make sense? So you don't want to say, I am abundant, and you feel nothing. That's not going to do anything for you. But what about if you said something like, no matter what I do, money just keeps showing up for me. See, I can get a feeling behind that. And the more I repeat it, the more I start to expect it. Do you see the difference? You want it to be calm, steady, and certain, kind of like you're reminding yourself of something that you already know. Now, here is what I do personally, because I want you to see a real example of this and kind of how I work through it. So whenever a limiting thought comes up, I catch it, I question it, and I decide it's not actually true. And then I pick an affirmation that disproves it, connected to a feeling. And I'll say it calmly a few times. Sometimes I'll say it throughout my day. One of my favorite ways to do this is 3 times in the morning, 3 times in the afternoon, 3 times right before I go to bed. This does not have to be obsessively. You're not trying to brainwash yourself. You don't want to feel any kind of desperation. You just want to feel like the new thought has been this reminder of something you already knew to be true and combine it with feeling. And then I let it go and I keep moving on with my day. I do this daily. Manifestation is not this thing where you work through something once and you're set for life. There will always be limiting thoughts that come up, but you catch it, you question it, and you replace it. And at first it's gonna feel a little bit mechanical, but over time it kind of becomes so natural. You start to question, is that actually true? Oh no, it's not actually true. Here's what I choose to believe instead. And here's the thing, the more you do it, the faster it works, because you are quite literally building the muscle of your own thoughts and choosing something better. And as this new thought gets repeated more and more, the brain starts to file it as, oh, that's familiar. And familiar to the brain actually becomes believable. And believable over time becomes your default. It's how you start to manifest on autopilot. That is how a new belief is formed. That is how your subconscious mind gets reprogrammed. It's not one single dramatic moment. It's consistent, repeated, intentional thoughts. And let me quickly share some of my favorite affirmations that I use personally, because I want to give you something that you can kind of use as a jumping off point, because I used to struggle with affirmations, so I get it. Here are some of my favorites. Use what works for you. But my success is inevitable. Everything always works out for me in my favor in the best possible way. What's possible for others is possible for me. Of course, I always get what I want or better. I don't know how or when, but I know that it will happen. I am only available for my expectations to be exceeded. Magic and miracles are just standard for me. Of course I can have this. Why not me? Why not now? So those are just a few for you to choose from. You can go back, rewind those, see which one resonated with you. Use them. I'm here to share tools with you that will give you the results you want. And one last thing I want you to understand, because this is important with affirmations, you don't have to fully believe the affirmation fully when you start. You just have to be open to the possibility of it, that it could be true. Because you're not trying to convince yourself of something in one sitting or in 1 minute. It's kind of like planting a seed. And every time you repeat it, you water it. And over time, and sometimes faster than you would expect, it grows into this big, beautiful, genuine belief. And when that belief is in place, everything in your life will start to rearrange itself around that belief. Your entire identity will shift. And your identity is one of the most powerful manifesting tools that you have. The techniques, the journaling, the meditations, they are all amazing tools. But ultimately, if your identity doesn't match what you're trying to manifest, you're gonna keep hitting that invisible wall. And this right here is the work that kind of moves that wall out of the way. It truly wasn't until I started actually going through the thought level and questioning what I believed and intentionally replacing it, that things started to shift in a real, intangible, and lasting way. And it can start right now, today. And if you want some more support working through your specific beliefs and blocks, I wanted to let you know about my free money workbook. It's going to be linked down below, and I'll also link it up here. But tens of thousands of people have used this workbook with insane results. I get emails probably daily. There's different journaling prompts, there's different exercises, there's different kind of experiments to go through, and it's completely free. So go ahead and grab your copy. It's really going to help you get clear on what the beliefs that you're holding that are running underneath, and it'll really help you be able to disprove them even faster. And I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to subscribe to my channel and don't forget to hit the bell notification so you can be notified whenever I post a new video. You can also also find me over on Instagram and TikTok and Threads at MK Magic Mindset. And if you want to learn more about me, my programs, how to work with me, and more, you can visit my website at mkmagicmindset.com. And I will see you in the next one.